You know, the hardest thing in life is not knowing where to go. Um, we try to get by, we try to make the best of every situation, and sometimes that don't really work out. You know, making the best of every situation could always lead to the same repetition, comfort, almost like a plateau in life. And you know, I don't I didn't really want to do this, but I think I'm at the point in my life where I have to give up a lot of things that I love, a lot of things that made me who I am, because holding on to those things for years and years, it limits you from growing above that, in my opinion. I just felt like I've been in the same place for quite some time. I've had this car for almost 4 years, and I've built this channel based off this car. Made a lot of good friends, learned a bunch of things, communicated with a bunch of you guys, and it's been great. You see me grow from that kid that had that ISF stock to completely taking it apart, wrapping it, modifying it. You've seen me through my life at multiple jobs, 3 different dealerships, and this car has been there with me, has been there with you guys ever since. But I'm just at that point where I've had my fun with it. I've enjoyed it very much. I've installed headers on the car, something I would never ever wanted to do just because I was afraid. But because of internet forums, because of internet videos, YouTube videos, I was able to learn from that and actually do it myself. To me, that goes full circle, because I was able to grasp that information, learn to do it, videotaped it, and put it on my own channel. And that just shows how great the community has been, sharing information and influence people to do things themselves, influencing people to be more educated on something that they have no idea what it is. And in this case, this car. It's been great. I just think it's time for something new. I'm at that point in my life where I think I need to stop being a child and grow up a little bit. I spent a lot of time and money, lots of money on these cars, and I think it's just this, you need to learn to be more responsible in life and not go all in. I don't want to get into too much detail into what's going on in my head. It's crazy. A lot of people are expecting me to get another car. I don't know. Honestly, I'm at this point where I just need to get rid of everything, get rid of the distractions, and I do this sometimes. Those of you who know me for years or personally know me, I can go 0 to 180 overnight, and this is exactly what happened. So, car is listed online. The Lexus is listed for sale and parting out. So far, as of today, nothing has been sold on the car yet, but people are interested in it. So if you have Facebook pages or Facebook groups, the posts are on there. I reactivated my Instagram, so you can check out the pricing and everything on there. So if anything's ever sold, I usually update it right away to avoid confusion. Currently, everything on the car is for sale except for the headers. The headers are going to be sold with the car. The T37s, the bronze ones, these are my favorite wheels, favorite finish, and I'm planning to keep these wheels. Even though I have it listed for a really high dollar amount, and for those who are not educated in the whole wheel situation, because it's a whole different game when it comes to wheels, especially authentic Japanese wheels, because a lot of you guys are into this. Some of you guys are actually into this, like, oh, Voss and Rhoda mentality, which you can buy it off the shelf and you see it used for like a third of the price of what they're going for. This is not the case. These wheels are OG 350Z spec bronze, made in the early or mid 2000s, and they're discontinued. You can't get these anymore. The only way you can get these are the Sagas or the Ultimates, and those are over $3,000, and they don't look as good. They don't come with the anodized lip. So, you know, I'm only saying this because a lot of people on the Lexus groups laughed at the post, laughed at the prices. But to me, that just shows that the community, the Lexus community, is starting to drift into the Honda Civic, the 240, the Miata type people, which you guys don't think the value of parts are worth anything because you either can't afford it or you're uneducated. So I want to educate you guys that parts that you buy, if they're authentic, if they are legit, and if they're very rare, discontinued, they're going to be worth money. And those of you guys who can't afford it and laugh about it, you know, you got to understand, that's with anything in life. You see a car, you see a Porsche, right, 911 worth what? Brand new was probably like 25,000 back in the 70s, are worth well over 100 grand now for a very clean one and a specific model and trim. So that just shows that can happen with anything, with shoes, wheels, car parts, cameras, anything that you can own, collectibles. So I'm just, it made the hairs on my neck lift because it's so annoying to see that, if that makes sense. So I don't really care. End of the day, I'm gonna get my money. End of the day, I built the car for me and it's fantastic. It looks gorgeous, but it's time for me to move on. I want someone else to enjoy the car, and I hope it goes to someone who's gonna take care of it just as well as I took care of it. Aside from that, the S2000 is also being parted out. I've already sold a few parts on there, but today's video was just to show you guys that I'm letting you know that I'm parting out both cars. The S2000, I don't want to sell it, only because I know my specific car, the white S2000, is really highly sought after, and I'm not really desperate for money, so I'm not going to go low on that car. I'm going to keep it, refinish it, put it back to stock like it was when I bought it, and enjoy it as I can, and maybe one day let it go to someone who really wants it. But right now that car isn't for sale, but the parts are for sale. I can live with a stock S2000. Now for the ISF, I have to let go of this car. I've had it for too long, and I think someone else will really enjoy it. You know, I wouldn't go through the lengths and troubles of doing all this if I wasn't really serious about it. So right now there's no bites on the car. I did have a kid locally that might be considering buying it because he just totaled his regular IS 250 or 350. So he's just letting me, he'll get back to me about that. I don't really know what's going on. Like, end of the day, I don't like haggling with people. People who lowball, I just ignore you, or I let you know price is firm. People who are willing to work things out with me and are reasonable, I will work with you. I'd rather work with someone that doesn't have the money all the way but is mature enough to have a regular conversation and working out a deal than someone that has the money and trying to get everything for a certain amount of money and saying, oh, you know, package deal. Dude, if you don't want that happening to you, don't do it to someone else. That's the way I see it. So if you're trying to buy a Lexus ISF and you want to spend 15 grand, okay, that's your budget. But if you have an ISF and you're trying to sell it and someone offers you 15 grand, would you take that offer? I don't think so. So be wise, be mature, be responsible. Everything you say and do is documented on social media. So I just feel like it's my time to let things go and move on from, you know, the Lexus. So yeah, I just want to make this video, let you guys know what's going on, a quick little update, and that everything is for sale. Like I said, you can check the Facebook groups. I'm pretty sure my posts are on there. You can also check my Instagram at Kantstandlam. Kantstandlam Garage Instagram isn't as active anymore, just because I've been focusing more on YouTube and everything besides that. So yeah, I'll end this video here, and we'll see how it goes.